You're watching CBS 17 Plus.
Hey everybody, welcome into another edition of Rated G with Greg Funderburg. I'm so excited to be talking to my friends with BarrioFit here locally here in the Triangle, starting with Stephen Franco, Jorge Canario, and they're doing some amazing things. I've watched them on social media for several months, and guess what? They're here in the studio today to talk a little bit about their entire community, their fitness community, and all the great things they're doing. Gentlemen, how's it going?
Living life, Greg. Living life. How you doing?
I love it. So starting with you, Stephen. So tell us, this whole fitness community, when I look at the videos, this is like a party, a Dominican Republic party brought to the Triangle. How did this, when you think about this, what has it been like to see this all come together?
It's been amazing, honestly. It's been an amazing journey. This thing came to be because I grew up with Dominicans over in New York City, over in New Jersey, and coming down here to Raleigh, I felt that void. And I was yearning for that same community that so many others were also looking for. And slowly but surely, this snowball has become what it is today.
So, Jorge, I know you guys started this several months ago and you have a whole fitness routine that you do with folks every single month. What has it been like to see this grow and grow over the past several months?
Genuinely, man, it's been like a dream come true. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I said, I've been a coach, so fitness has been like my thing for a while, and trying to compete in different competitions and stuff, but really transitioning now to like not just this, I guess some people would picture like hardcore fitness, but now just having fun with fitness. It's genuinely been a dream, man.
So I have to ask you, Stephen, so, when you think about fitness, how did you get into the fitness world?
Yeah, well, I've played sports my entire life. I was a Division I athlete. I ran track and field and all the way throughout college. I trained athletes all the way into my mid-20s. Ever since I've gotten out of that world and stepped into corporate, I've had a void. Unfortunately, I feel like my athletic days are long gone behind me. So I felt like, adult fitness and Zumba is something just fun, something that would make folks truly enjoy working out would be my next best option. And this is where kind of BarrioFit came to be.
So I'd ask you, Jorge, when you think about BarrioFit, when you look at just this community, for people who have never been before, take us through what is it like to come to one of your events when it comes to the fitness aspect?
Man, let me tell you, the second you step foot in there, a lot of people, when it comes to especially like more general population, they get a little intimidated with the gym. They're scared, especially if they've never been, like, we have backgrounds in fitness, but if you didn't have a background in fitness, stepping into that new environment can be a bit overwhelming. Now, when you step into a BarrioFit event, first thing you get hit with is just like the culture, the feeling, the love. We embrace you. We're not going to let you just walk in and kind of like measly into a corner. Now, when you come in, we come up to you, we say hello, we greet you. You hear usually DJ Chemo playing bachata, merengue, salsa. Everybody's already starting like loosen up, be like, okay, the energy is already here. That's one thing about BarrioFit.
Okay.
You're hit with energy the second you walk in. Then from the fitness side, we like break everything down. We try to tell everybody the main thing, you came out here. That's better than nothing. So the whole point of today is just to have fun with working out, to make sure that we enjoy it, but make sure it doesn't kill us. we want to make sure that we can make it to the next day. You can auto-regulate. There's some people in there that they're worried and their main thing is just like easing into the gym. There's other people who are seasoned vets. Maybe they were D1 athletes, professional athletes right now, and they're just there to get a good workout. But the whole thing, no matter what level you're in, we make sure that we show you how to regress it, make it easier for you, or make it more difficult for you if you really want to push yourself that day.
So, Stephen, I have to ask you, when you look at this community and coming out with folks coming to do fitness, what has it been like to see folks start coming to not only support you guys, but to be a part of this community? Because what you said, just like what Jorge just said, this is not just any type of workout. I've looked at the videos on social media, and it is high energy, lots of fun. And what is it like to see people build confidence month after month coming to work out with you guys?
Truthfully, it's one of the most exciting things that has come out of BarrioFit. It's the level of comfort and community that people have found within each other. I mean, just something as routine as dancing will make anyone feel very comfortable with, whoever's next to them, their neighbors. That's why people used to go to clubs. But now it's in a safe environment with the types of, Latinos and energies that, we all thrive on. So seeing the little families and little cliques that have emerged from these singular events have been truly amazing. There are probably at least 10 little cliques, little families, little friend groups that have emerged. And that honestly brings tears to my eyes sometimes.
And so, Jorge, when you think for folks watching, if they want to get involved, they want to come out to support you guys, where can we get the information to find out when the next event is so we can sign up and, pay our money to be able to come to check you guys out?
Well, online, barrio.fit. That's www.barrio.fit. You put all of our events up there. You also have access to like what's coming up, our tickets. You can purchase everything on there. Also, our Instagram and TikTok, BarrioFit _.BarrioFit. On there, you can see, again, we post when we're doing, sometimes we do little pop-ups too. Like there's other social dancing places in Raleigh, North Carolina. We tend to all just gather and just show up there. Or if we have an actual official event that we'll be throwing, it's also all on there.
So, Stephen, I have to ask you, when people come to this event and they do a little fitness with you guys, what do you hope people take away?
For one, I want people to get exposed to Dominican culture. I truly believe like Dominican culture is one of the craziest, most energetic, friendliest cultures you could possibly stumble across. So that's number one. Number two, just to realize that fitness can be fun. Fitness doesn't have to always mean which is there's nothing wrong with it because we both do it, but doesn't have to be just exclusively, bicep curls or shoulder press, right? It could be dancing, it could be running, it could be just having a great time, working up a sweat and burning calories, right? And then thirdly would probably just to feel comfortable with yourself, putting yourself in situations where you might feel out of place, such as dancing, moving your hips in ways that many have not moved them, if not ever, right? That's part of my favorite things to see. And those three would probably encapsulate what I love about BarrioFit and what anyone who comes to these events can probably expect.
Sounds good. Coming up on the other side of the break, we're going to talk to these gentlemen about how in the world did they come together in the Triangle to create this whole fitness community here in the Triangle. We're going to hear more about that coming up next. You're watching Rated G with Greg Funderburg. We're back with another segment here on Rated G with Greg Funderburg. I'm here with Jorge and Stephen talking about BarrioFit. And so first off, I got to ask you gentlemen, how in the world did you find each other here? Because I know you moved here to the Triangle. How did you guys link up to start this whole phenomenon here?
Yeah, I guess in the most 2026 way possible. So I got on TikTok and I made a video pleading for other Latinos who were in the same predicament that I was in North Carolina, looking for friends, looking for some event. I pitched the BarrioFit event, and Mr. Jorge actually commented on that video. Funny enough, I was already in communication with the gym that Jorge trains at, the HIIT Strength. And I saw he was Dominican. His energy was just infectious, even just through his comment. We got together, and the second I met him, I was like, yeah, he's the missing piece of BarrioFit for sure.
So Jorge, when you met Stephen, what was that like? Did you say immediately, like, this is the guy, we need to link up and collab?
It was, man, so it was insane because like you said on TikTok, actually one of my boys sends me his video talking about like the concept of BarrioFit, and he's Dominican, and I'm like, wait, I'm Dominican, and this is fitness, and ain't many Dominicans, well, so we thought, ain't many Dominicans in like North Carolina area. So from there, I mean, we met up in person, we got food, and he told me his concept. I said, brother, I'm there with you. I like the whole thing about it, genuinely just spoke to my heart because it's combining things I'm passionate about: fitness, community, music, dancing. I'm like, sounded amazing. from there, we kept talking, and then we started finding out that we're actually family. Because every Dominican, I mean, we know each other somehow. We posted a picture together saying like big things coming through,
Yeah.
and my stepsister swipes up and is like, "That's my dad's like close friend." I was like, "What?" Turns out he's been at their Thanksgiving dinners and everything. I was like, "Man, what a small world."
I know, right? Small world. When you think about this, Stephen, I know I was reading something on social media that you posted. There was one point in time when you were wanting to get something like this started and you ran into some roadblocks. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think just like many, I have these ideas and, whether that be certain life circumstances, whether that be my own mental hurdles that didn't let me get past, the point of execution. When I got here, I was extremely depressed. I could not find my community. I could not find any friends. I would work Monday through Friday, and then I'd keep working Saturday through Sunday, just to get through my days. And I had always had this idea of creating this community and daydreaming about going to like a gym full of Dominicans and Latinos and just having a good time, how just how I was raised in New Jersey. And it took me a year. It took me exactly a year to get this idea out. And I tell Jorge all the time, I tell my family all the time is, the biggest thing that can get in the middle of you and a whole new life or your dreams is just putting yourself out there and being okay with potentially being embarrassed. Um, I take mental health very seriously. I think Jorge understands how much I take it as serious as I do. But yeah, I this came out of a place of depression and loneliness that I know many others are experiencing, which is in turn why I believe BarrioFit has blown up so quickly because many others feel the exact same way as I felt for so long.
I have to ask, Jorge, when you hear him talk about that, so many people are dealing with
Yeah.
mental health struggles and different things in life. You being in the fitness community as well prior to meeting him, what has it been like to see, you have these folks coming out to these events
Yeah.
every month, but a lot of times people don't even realize that people are going through a difficult time.
Yeah.
But when I look at the videos and how much energy you guys are bringing, and I think that energy is just feeding off to other people and making them have a brighter day.
Man, you spoke it literally just how it is. Like, even myself came from struggle with a lot of depression and anxiety, and I was only able to make it through that. Well, first because of God, but then also because of the tribe I had behind me, my community. And seeing that firsthand, how it's been bringing like us together. We've had tribe now. I call BarrioFit part of my tribe because you never know. I've had people from our community always reaching out, seeing how I'm doing after a competition or anything like that. But just seeing how like people can go from absolute strangers to like having each other's back. And also being a coach, I mean, I'm talking to people every single day and everybody's going through something, man. Some of the happiest people smiling 24/7 can be going through some of the roughest things. I've had people just speak it like a little bit, just walking past them. And one thing about me, if you make eye contact with me, I always say, I hope, like I give you a compliment or like, I hope you have a great day. Or I just say, what's up? Like I just interact with someone because you never know how that interaction can like change someone. And seeing firsthand with coaches, with clients, with people, everybody, especially since COVID, that quarantine moment, that's when we really learned how important community is. So seeing BarrioFit, like growing our own community with what we're all passionate about and kind of what we all needed, not only been healing the community, but that energy you was talking about,
Mhm.
I'm not giving that energy. I feel like I'm just reflecting what people give me for real. Like people get me excited, I get them excited, and then they get me excited, and then now we're just going back and forth, and now here we are.
Before we go to break, I have to ask you, Stephen, when you think about your darkest times, what helped you to get through those dark times? What advice would you give people who look up to you on social media and they say, well, how did you get through? What message would you give them?
I think it's one of the scariest things is just seek community in any possible way that you can, in any whether that be through run clubs, whether that be through different gyms, through different hobbies, book clubs, whatever you're into. Take that initial step, put yourself out there because one visit to one of these clubs, one of these organizations, can completely change your life overnight. One video that you post on social media can completely change your life overnight. So I think number one thing is don't be afraid to put yourself out there and be okay with being uncomfortable for that short amount of time, because you never know what's on the other side of that door.
Sounds good. We'll be right back. You're watching Rated G. And we're wrapping up today with my guests, Stephen DeFranco, Jorge Canario. Gentlemen, I mean, you've created an entire community with BarrioFit. And so it's not just the fitness aspect. You're doing fitness, you got after parties, you got kids. So tell me, this community that you've built, Jorge, when you think about it, what has it been like for you to see like this beyond just fitness?
Yeah, I mean, it's been amazing. Like I've been saying, like it's been amazing watching this grow. We started with our wellness events, right? But we always preach everything in moderation. It's all about getting people exposed in other ways, but also it's all about community as well. So we started off with like the BarrioFit, and we did these after hour salsas where we're all dancing together. We have our DJ playing salsa, bachata. We also do Latin karaoke nights, so we're singing our favorite songs, bachata songs. I usually in there with my instruments. Always been a musician since growing up. So the fact that I get to pull up with my instruments, dance like if we're in a family gathering, it just reminds me of like Christmas with my family. Our Christmas thing. And that's kind of like the vision we wanted. We're always singing on Christmas Eve, like our favorite songs, dancing with our family, and just you feel that warmth, right? And you get that same exact experience with the after hours. And then that also expanded to like the BarrioFit Kids that we've been doing, like these Zumba and dance classes with kids. And that's so far, me personally, has been some of my favorite events because the energy kids bring is another level, man.
Oh, it's another level.
Absolutely.
Another level. Let me get myself together. So when you think about next month is 1 year you guys have been doing this, Stephen. So any big things you want to announce here?
Yeah, well, we have some really big things coming up in the fall. Specifically, I'll tease around the Hispanic Heritage Month.
Okay.
So keep your eyes on that. Any sort of new events that are coming up will either be found on our social media, either on Instagram or TikTok. Our Instagram is BarrioFit BarrioFit _, and our TikTok is
_BarrioFit_.
And so as we wrap up, we got about less than 3 minutes left. What do you hope people take away from your story? Starting with you, Jorge, with the work that you guys have put in, what do you hope people take away from all of this community you've built?
Biggest thing, surround yourself by people who support you. Like we all know you are the people you surround yourself with, and your tribe is you. So when you fall down because life does its thing, have good people around you to surround you with so that they can bring you up. And when they're down, always say hi to somebody. You never know what they're going through, and you never know how that simple hi or how are you doing could change their day or their whole life.
So true. Stephen, what about you?
Yeah, I think it's just be kind. It takes nothing to be kind, and just you want to convey as much positive energy as you possibly can to each and every single person you have an interaction with.
And so, for people watching, you talked a little bit about, the things that you guys went through to get together to do what you're doing. As we wrap up, what advice did you give folks, Jorge, who have some idea that they want to do, they want to make it happen? What advice did you give them?
Action, man. Like if you fail, that's okay. Just rebound, pivot, but just take action. Like a thought could be a dream. A thought could be a thought. It's really completely up to you what you make that thought, but action is always key. And if you fail, oh well, you got one life. Try again, and then try something else, and then something else. Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting.
So, Steve, what about you? I know you talked a little bit about, when you first moved here, you were trying to find community for a year, got into a depressed state, but you came out of that. What would you say to folks out there who have some burning idea that it's just sitting there?
Yeah, to piggyback on Jorge's sentiment, just put one step in front of the other. Stack your days, and you never know what comes out of 30 days, 60 days, 90 days of hard work. So just apply, execute, and put that first step forward.
Sounds good, gentlemen. And for folks watching, what's your website again where we can get more information? 1 year anniversary for BarrioFit next month.
Very simple. www.barrio.fit. BARRIO.FIT.
So I have to ask you, last 10 seconds, what do you hope for the next year? What's your goal? What's your one wish for the organization?
To continue to grow.
Love it. What about you?
I want everyone in the Triangle to experience Dominican culture, Dominican energy, and Dominican parties.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me today on Rated G with Greg Funderburg. And of course, we'll see you back here next time. And don't forget, check out my friends, BarrioFit, and go to their website and check out all the cool things they're doing. Their 1 year anniversary coming up in the month of September. Have a great day, everybody.